just been told to love myself.
Good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a short little video in regards to ketosis and the ketogenic diet. So if you're interested in hearing about the lifestyle that I've chosen for the past 3 years in order to maintain my weight, please keep watching. So I guess you're all wondering, for those who are not in ketosis or follow a ketogenic diet, what a ketogenic diet is in fact. Well, a keto diet is well known for being low in carbs and high in fat. It's very similar to the Atkins diet, where the body will produce ketones in the liver to be used as energy rather than glucose. It's referred to by very different names: ketogenic diet, ketosis, low carb, high fat, LCHF, etc. Glucose is the easiest molecule for your body to convert and use for energy, so that it will be chosen over any other energy source. And in turn, insulin, which is the fat hormone, is produced to process that glucose in your bloodstream by taking it around the body. So because insulin is a fat hormone, and if you are insulin resistant like I am, then the whole point to maintaining body weight is to keep that insulin level as low as possible. Since the glucose is being used as a primary source, your fats are not needed, and therefore it stores. That is how fat is stored in your body. Typically on a normal high carb diet, the body will use the glucose as the main form of energy. Therefore, by lowering the intake of carbs, the body is induced into a state of ketosis. The end goal of a properly maintained keto diet is to force your body into ketosis, into that metabolic state. So you don't do it through starvation, but you do it through starving your body of carbohydrates. And I'll go through the list of the carbohydrates that you simply cannot eat in this diet. First of all, I'll go to what you can't eat, and you can't have any grains whatsoever. No wheat, no corn, no rice, no pasta, no cereal. Completely out of your diet. You can't have anything that's got sugar. No honey, no fruit, no maple syrup, no agave, no fruit except for the berry kind. So you can't have bananas, oranges, apples, mandarins. All that fruit contains fructose. Even though it's a natural form of sugar, it's enough to produce the glucose in your bloodstream to increase the insulin in your body. Now what you can eat, and this is the best, let's just be very clear, this diet is not one of starvation. This diet is one of eating high fats, low carb, in order to satiate your body so that you're never in a state of hunger. Because once you're in a state of hunger, there is no way that the body can fight hunger, and then you'll end up binge eating down the track. So the meats that you can eat is fish, chicken, lamb. You can eat poultry, eggs, very high sources of energy, very high sources of protein and fat. Leafy greens, anything that's green: spinach, kale, lettuce, asparagus, broccoli, beans, peas, all great sources of the natural carbohydrates. High fat dairy, now you can have cream cheese, butter. You know, butter was once deemed as the worst thing that you could possibly eat back in the 1980s, but in fact saturated fats are so healthy for you. It gives you that sense of satiety, it makes you full, and therefore you don't continue to eat. Nuts and seeds, macadamia, walnuts, you can have almonds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, all the seed group except for cashews because they've got a very high carb content. Avocados you can eat, high fat, good fat. Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, they're the only fruits that you can eat because the glycemic level in those are very low, and therefore the fructose in that particular fruit won't increase your insulin. You can have sweeteners, however, I just have ruled them completely out of my diet. So if I'm having coffee, which I'm having right now, I can either have it black, no sugar, no sweetener, or I'll put a dash of cream in it. Or you can have a bulletproof coffee, which is brewed coffee with some MTC coconut oil and some grass-fed butter. Blitz it up and you're good to go. So I will show you also in real terms what some of the foods are, because I've just had a grocery haul for this week. So once my groceries arrive, I'll actually show you some of the foods that I've bought today and the kinds of foods that I implement into my diet. Protein should always be consumed alongside with your fat, and ideally you should only be eating protein to your body weight. So if you weigh 70 kilos, then you should only be eating about 70 grams of protein. And the reason for that is that protein in excess will then convert into glucose, which will then convert into the sugar levels in your blood, which in turn will increase your insulin. So the whole point of this particular diet is to keep your insulin as low as possible, because insulin is the fat storage hormone. Now, the benefits of the ketogenic diet is obviously weight loss. And this is how I was able to lose a lot of weight 3 years ago, just by converting my whole eating from carbohydrates to high fat. Essentially what happens is once you remove all the carbohydrates out of your body, your actual body will then start burning fuel, which is the fat that you already store. So the benefits is that on keto, your insulin, which is your fat storage hormone, drops greatly, which in turn will then start burning into your fat. So you become a fat burning machine, basically. Scientifically, the ketogenic diet has shown even better results compared to low fat and high carb diets, even in the long term. So you need to control your blood sugar. And being on keto, this naturally will do that because it will not increase your insulin. My way of thinking is that anything that comes out of a box is not clean, natural food, so therefore you shouldn't be eating it. Anything that is grown from the ground or harvested from the land or grass-fed livestock, then that's basically the food that you should be eating. It's going back to basics. It's going back to natural eating, the way our parents and grandparents eat back in the day. No McDonald's, no Hungry Jack's, no KFC's. Here are just some of the foods that you can eat in copious amounts on a ketogenic diet. You can have thickened cream, you can have any greens like spinach or lettuce or a green salad. You can have cheese, sunflower seeds, mushrooms, your protein being lamb, beef or chicken. I've got some minced beef here. You can have cream cheese, almond milk, cucumbers. Out of the fruits you can have berries. Berries are acceptable. You can have berries. And of course you can have salmon, which I've bought here, and also pepitas, which is pumpkin seeds. So they're just some of the foods that you can eat, but I will give you a list of the other kinds of vegetables that you can eat on this ketogenic diet. So if you're thinking on embarking on a ketogenic diet, my advice to you is go and see your general GP, go and see a sports nutritionist or a doctor that specializes in ketogenic diets, and then take it from there. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you again shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.